my name's Kian Lim, and I'm starting this vlog to share with you my journey in photography. I'm not new to photography. I have dabbled in it, and I'd say dabbled because I used to shoot in the times of analog film, and I used to shoot slide. And I never really got to grips with digital cameras. And when I actually did get one, I found the images very flat and wasn't too inspired by it. I started working for a place in Penang where I needed to do some photography for flyers and stuff, so I used my iPhone, and I was really encouraged by the results I got from the iPhone, and so I decided to get a camera, and I got a Nikon D800E to do some exhibitions with it. And even then I would say that I was still dabbling in photography because I never really took it seriously, or studied it or even tried to find out more about it. It's only now that I'm actually trying new things, editing. And the reason for that, really, I must say, is because I bought a camera. This is about 2 months back now, and it's the Fujifilm X70. And I would say that this is the reason why I'm now, again, back into photography. I guess you could call me a born-again photographer. And now I'm really sort of enjoying the process of learning, editing and looking at street photos and stuff, and taking more photos. So I thought I'd start this channel, not because I'm an expert or anything, it's just to share my journey with you, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. So I really wanted to speak about the Fujifilm X70 because I found the images really inspiring. The D800, of course, has 36 megapixels and it's amazingly sharp, but I find this 16 megapixel APS-C camera a very capable performer. I like to speak about the X70, what I like about it, what I don't like about it. I didn't like the fact that it wasn't easy to put on a filter to protect the lens. Therefore, I had an adapter and I put on a filter to protect the lens because I like carrying the camera without a lens cap. It's a lot faster for me. But because of that, it's really made it a lot longer, which I've gotten used to, but I would have preferred if I could have kept the low profile of the X70. It was so handy, so lovely. That's one of the reasons I was so attracted to it. But anyway, we have to live with this because I prefer having a lens that works than to have a broken lens because of some mishap. The other thing I don't like about this X70 is the Q button. Where's the Q button? There, yeah. I keep pressing it when I'm one-handedly holding the camera. It's a bit annoying, but apart from that, I'm really happy with the camera. The autofocus is not the quickest, but I usually pre-focus, and I'm always on manual. I set the aperture, and I set the ISO, and I set the speed, the shutter speed. I usually shoot at around f8 or f5.6, f8, and I usually have quite a high shutter speed. I try to keep it at 500 and above if I can help it. In Malaysia, it's quite possible to keep the ISO at 200 and still shoot at quite high speeds unless I'm shooting in the evening, in which case I have to have a higher ISO, and it does give me a bit more grain, but I don't mind it so much really. I always shoot in manual. I have tried the single focus, not so much the continuous focus, but the single focus, and it's a bit hit or miss. So sometimes it works, and sometimes it works really well, and sometimes it just doesn't work all that well. And so it's quite unpredictable where it's going to focus on, so I don't really trust it. So I usually use manual focus, preset the distance, and shoot that way. And I'm getting used to it. Obviously I'll show you the photos that I've taken so far. And in my 2 months and a bit of having this camera, I'm very pleased with it. It's my first sort of mirrorless camera that I've owned. I actually did own a Fujifilm when they first came out, I think 2004, something like that, and I was using it more for video. And I was very disappointed with the battery life. It was like 30 minutes and that was about it. So anyway, but I never took photos with that. So this is my first mirrorless camera, and I'm really impressed. I really like it because you can, see the exposure and the composition and what it's going to look like, more or less, as opposed to DSLRs. And so it's just a different experience, really. Also, I like the 28mm lens. I must confess that I do have a X100F as well, but I haven't shot with that yet. In the 2 months, I've just been shooting with this one to get used to it, but I'm going to start taking out the X100F. And I'll talk about that too when I actually do start taking it out. I got it pretty cheap. The shutter count was like 7,000 shots. And I bought it for 2,250 Malaysian ringgit, which is equivalent to perhaps 500 US dollars or so. So I think that's pretty good for a 7,000 shot machine. Actually, I've got it here. Let me go get it. Yep, so this is it. I wanted one in black, but this one was going cheap, like I said, silver, and I've grown to like it. Got a JJC thumb grip thingy there. Again, I put on the filter to protect the lens. Looks okay. I prefer black as opposed to the silver one. I just think it looks a lot more compact without the silver sticking out, and I really rather have a camera that doesn't attract too much attention. So the less silver and the less bling there is, the better it is for me, personally. I've been following quite a lot of street photographers. One of them is Kang Chem from Indonesia, Bandung, and I saw one of his videos on YouTube. And it's amazing, very inspiring for me to see how he shoots. I love his shots, I love his photography, I love the stuff he does. A bit of an inspiration for me and to me. So I think that's all I'm going to say for this very first vlog about the cameras. Apart from that, I think I might buy a 24mm lens for my Nikon. So I'll have 3 different focal lengths for street photography. Actually, I've also got a 35 for the Nikon and 50mm for the Nikon. So that will be quite handy to have 24, 28, 35, well 2 35s and a 50. And I think that is more than adequate for me to get on with street photography and stuff. I don't really like the term street photography, but I guess that best describes the kind of stuff I do. I shall leave it here for now, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.